Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for joining me, The Real Lovely C. I am your host for the Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're talking about season 4, episode 3. And my co-host is Bonnie, my little sister. So we're gonna give her time to come on in. Yes, it's almost the end of the week, honey. We are on hump day, and Lord, I can't wait till the weekend come. So we're gonna give Bonnie a little bit of time to come in. Did y'all have a chance to look at this episode? I hope you have, so we can have some type of conversation, honey, because I believe this episode was good, and I kind of felt bad for Martell. I really did. But it's like it's mixed feelings in this situation. So, like I said, we're gonna give Bonnie a little bit time to get in. She haven't done this in a couple of weeks, so she should be coming in. Yeah, so it's just a lot been going on with love and marriage. Martell is trying to come back from that bankruptcy. You know, he's been working on his wine line, and according to his mama and his baby mama, it's actually good. It's actually good. So good that she dropped the wine in the car. So let me bring Bonnie up. Hold on. Hey sis.
Hello.
Yes, I was just talking to the people, letting them know about this wine that Martell has, and Ariel, his baby mama, actually dropped the wine. She was on IG. They was in Atlanta, and she dropped the wine in the car on a conversation, but it's supposed to be a sweet wine, and the wine is good. So on this review, I felt bad for Martell, and I don't never feel bad for Martell, but this one I felt bad for him because
Yeah.
even though it wasn't his time, his week to have the kids, I feel like this should have been exceptional, or he could have planned for another day. Maybe that's the only date that he could get at a vendor. You know what I'm saying? And this was, the kids was looking forward to it. It's something that they put their heart all into. And then I understand too, being that Melody had death in her family, that it was her weekend to have her week to have the kids, and she had other obligations.
Yeah.
But and her side of family was looking forward of seeing the family also. So sis, let's get into this thing, because I know you tired and it's been a long day for me too. So like I said, we talking about love and marriage, Huntsville, um season 4, episode 3. Y'all, we did not do episode 2 last week. Okay, write me a ticket. Okay. Write me a ticket, because I didn't do it. Y'all, please join the chat, put your hearts in there, say hello, let me know that you're thinking about us, and let my little sister know that you feeling us. Sis, after you get off this video, make sure you like and you share this video. Okay.
I will.
All right. So Maurice, the name of the episode is Read It and Weep. Read It and Weep. Okay, that's what they named this episode. Okay, Maurice meets up with Marsu at Black. And Black is Marsu's lounge to discuss the picture issue. Maurice feels like Marsu owes him an apology for the outburst of that, because it started confusion. Now everybody knew that they were on the trip. We just didn't hear the part in the reunion. They cut it out some, no, he wasn't there. But the question was, had they ever been around coleslaw? That's what the question was really asking. Have y'all ever been around his significant other? And he's saying no. And I think that's what the audience is forgetting. He was saying no, he hasn't been around. He said no, that he wasn't on the man trip. But he also he ain't sleep with that linebacker, He said he ain't sleep with no linebacker, okay? So let's move. What you feel about that? Do you think he owe Maurice and Kimmy an apology? Because it's not just Maurice, it's Micah and his wife, because those were the 4 that was in there. Now Martell was there, and it was already admitted that Coleslaw was there.
I don't think he owe him an apology. I think that when they asked, had they seen him be, I guess, affectionate with this other woman, they had seen it. So they should have just said yes. Both of them.
And that's you right. That's it. That's what Sue said to his brother Maurice. Yo dumb, you know what, should have said yes. You answer that question.
Yes, and
So
just,
y'all, Martell, go ahead.
that's what he should have said. If he wanted to stay out
Go
of
ahead,
hot water,
sis.
he should have just said yes and kept it moving.
Cause it's not like Kimmy didn't know that he was there. Kimmy already knew he was there, but she didn't know anything. You went out the screen.
See me?
No, I can't see you. You there you go.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not like Kimmy didn't know he was there. They were already had bought their house. They just wasn't married yet. You know what I'm saying? She knew he was there. She just wanted to know, was he there with a linebacker?
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. He should have just said yes. He saw.
That's all she wanted to know.
Yeah, he should have just said yes, and this could all been settled. Put the rest. Yeah. Is what it is.
That's it. So yeah, so Martell shows up to give the guys an invite to the book signing for the kids. Martell felt like Marceau threw Maurice under the bus because Marceau asked him, "Do you feel like I threw him under the bus?" Martell also thought he was bullying Louis and Tiffany at the reunion. He said that they needed to have a conversation with him. So it was about their marriage, and I actually think it came back to, really, to be honest, I think it had something to do with them two when they was in LA and Las Vegas. And um it goes back to the pillow talk where him was when he was talking with the guys, and he went back to share the conversation with his wife, and his wife went back to share it to Marsu's wife,
Mm-hmm.
Tisha.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Who, who, by the
I
way,
think
her
that's
hair
what,
and makeup has been bomb this season.
girl, one the last episode,
Yes.
that one with her sitting in that chair. I said that's the best I seen Tisha all year round. Whoever did her hair on that one, because I re-looked at it again last night, and I said her hair really look good on this one. Whoever
Yes,
did her
and her makeup,
makeup,
thing, it
her
was top.
makeup was on point.
Yeah.
Yes, her makeup was on point. You know. So what you think about him having a conversation with Lois, Tiffany
Uh,
husband?
mm, I think he knows something that we don't all know. I still think it's something deep there that he knows, that Lewis knows, that we don't know. Because Tiffany and Marsau, they know each other. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he keeps saying, well, you know, I don't want to have a conversation, blah blah blah. And he keeps saying, I'll turn up, I'll do this, and I'm like, he must know
I
something.
think I still think it goes back to the pillow talk from their trip.
Yeah,
He, because he didn't know him. He didn't know him. Tiffany knows him.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tiffany knows him, but he don't know him personally. He didn't know him personally,
So I
but
think it's
he
something there.
confided in him. He confided in him on that trip, on that anniversary trip,
Yep.
and he felt like he was betrayed because it's stuff that his wife didn't know how he felt. Then he had that pillow talk with his wife, and his wife brought up the situation of that conversation to Tisha, and so she was feeling some type of way, and it got back to him. So I think all this animosity came from that. Because
Yeah.
he's saying you at the reunion. He's saying, I'm not gonna take somebody's advice who's only been married a year and divorced. My nigga, it don't have nothing to do with that.
No, it don't.
Excuse me. I said my nigga, and that ain't no, that's not a good word to use. I apologize for saying that. But my dude, because it ain't never good to use that word. Even though I'm African American, I can use that word, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's never too good to use that word because we come from a long way. So I do apologize for saying that, and I ain't going back to edit it, but he get my point. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
it is
something,
what it
something.
is. It's something, but he gonna have a conversation to him. But Tiffany tell Lewis about the pajama party, and Stormy thought that she still worked at the Department of Chambers. She felt like somebody was attacking her. She had just made up with Kimmy until Stormy made a comment about her being 12, you know. And she said, and Kimmy said, "Oh, you being she was like, Stormy, her and Kimmy had just made up, got their difference together. And then Stormy come over there instigating. And she's like, "Do you still work at the Chamber of Commerce?" She said, "No, I haven't worked there in 5 years." So it's really been misleading because on when they was introduced on the show last year, it was like she worked at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, I
Do
always
you remember it?
yeah, I feel like too I always get like underhanded vibes from her. I just like sneaky vibes from Tiffany. Like I just feel like don't nobody really know her life.
I think they that's where the transparency come in.
Yeah.
That's what Kimmy and them were talking about.
Yeah.
So Lewis tells Tiffany and Lewis tells Tiffany Martell stopped by the gym, and Martell wanted to know why Marsu was coming after him so bad. Tiffany said Marsu has a big personality. Okay. He said he didn't like Marsu's approach. Tiffany wanted to know, would the conversation get physical? And Lois said, no, it's not gonna get physical. What's your intake on that?
I think that if the wrong words are said, anything can turn physical. And when you start talking about people's livelihoods and their families, I guess in this situation, their wives and their marriages, anything can happen. I feel like all bets is off the table once you say that. Once you mention that,
Mm-hmm.
you can't ever bet that, the next person won't do anything when you start pulling out stuff like that. So I wouldn't I wouldn't bank on it not getting physical.
Okay. So Melody and Mariah practice for this acting classes.
Mhm.
She wanted Mariah to know that hard work pays off and you have to be independent. Melody wanted her to know you have to have nice things, you have to work hard for them, and you can't count on anyone to do it. So they had their mommy and daughter time, and she was learning how to use the camera, and Melody was showing her how to audition. So she's teaching her young, you have to go after what you want and not to depend on anybody, because she asked her, do you know why mommy works so hard? She said, so we can have nice things, so we can eat, so we can go to nice places, you know.
Yep.
Um, and one thing I can say, and no matter how a person feel, Martell, I don't feel is a bad parent.
No,
I don't feel that he's a bad parent.
no. I just bad
It's just him. They need to co-parent a little better.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't he don't give me bad parenting vibes. He just give me like bad husband vibes. I mean there's some good men out there who are fantastic fathers, but they don't make great husbands. And I mean that's not to fault him or anything like that. That's just to say that sometimes you can be great in one area and you lack in another. So it's all right. It is what
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. Yes. So, I commend Melody, trying to show them young, because us as girls look at our mothers mainly, and we want to become, or a female version. We want to become something like that female role model in our family, because some of us don't live or raised by our mothers. We may be raised by a cousin or aunt or grandma, and we look up to them as a role model.
Mm,
And Melody is teaching her the right steps, and she's at the age now that she needs to learn, because she's growing up, and these next couple of years her life is going to change. She's going to go through what is she, 8 or 9? She's about to go through puberty,
Yep.
and she's about to go through a little grown-up change in so many words. And it's gonna take, Markel can't teach her that. Melody's gonna have to teach her that.
Absolutely. Everything.
You understand what I'm saying?
First.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Melody stopped by his mom's house for a wine tasting and named it after his grandma. I thought that was so
That
nice.
was
Um mhm. And Mama really enjoyed herself with that wine because it was supposed to be a wine tasting, not a wine drinking.
glass after
And huh?
glass after glass. Pour me up.
Pull me up. I I got a kick out of her. I swear, between her and Miss Wanda, I tell
Oh
you,
yeah.
it's never a dull moment. But Mama loved the wine. She really liked it, and Martell has been working on it since last year. Mama gave him some good advice. So I think it's good that he's branching out because he did file for bankruptcy. He's starting over. Now, Martell has always, you can't take it from him whether we like him or we don't. He has always been a provider.
Yes.
You understand? And he sometimes worked 2 jobs, and you'll hear in last season when his mom had that to say about it. My son worked hard. You driving him in the ground. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I like that he's coming out with something, and the reasons. I need to come out with something. Hook me up, tell me what you did to get what you did. I need to come out with something. Melly came out with a skin line. So they both and you can't take that from them. And company was so successful because one was behind and something, the other one was there to carry it on, and that's how it would made them a powerful team.
Mm,
And you can't take this away because this show was really based on them, supposed to be a
yeah.
home improvement show. This is what the show was supposed to be based on. But the it was pitched a different way because Martell, the things that he was doing.
Yeah.
So it became a storyline, you know. So what do you think about his mom tasting the drinks and him naming the wine after his grandmother?
I thought that was real sweet. I think that one thing I like about his mom is she is very to the point. She does not always hold him accountable, but I will say she calls it how she sees. She's entitled to her opinion, and I thought this was a good event. As far as it being named after his grandma, I thought that was really sweet, and he probably needed that at the point where he is in his life. So that was helpful for him. I'm certain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right. So the day come for the kids book signing. The book signing is coming up. He gave Melody their due date, and their authors now. Marsu and Tisha talks about going to Africa, and he is spending time with the and him spending time with the kids. They spend time in their den with a fireplace, melting marshmallows, and they talked about taking a family trip to Africa. And Marsu said that Martell and Maurice jumped on him about the picture and Lewis.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
I just think
Okay.
this entire this entire thing is like, it's comical because I just feel like that they told the truth at the very beginning, it would not even be a question. But since we kind of gotta take it there, you know. And I do think he was being petty by posting, but he was also being truthful and trying to prove like I didn't lie when I said both were there.
But I thought it was reposted. I think Coleslaw allegedly posted it first,
Yeah,
to make a point when they said that he wasn't there. And I think she posted it first, allegedly, because I'm not 100% sure. And then he reposted it because I remember him saying he reposted the picture.
yeah, yeah.
You understand
I,
what I'm saying?
I don't know where.
So I think she did it first.
Yeah, I didn't see the original post, but I did hear that it was a repost. So, if that's true, then either way, the three of them sitting right there. The three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, it was four.
Was it four?
It was four. They had one more, Micah.
Oh yeah,
Micah.
yeah, him. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Remember? Micah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you know,
So Tisha talked about the bloggers. All right, so Tisha talks about the bloggers talking about Marsu had a secret apartment, and she wanted to know if he and Martell had a secret apartment, and he said no. Miss Wanda already to ask about that secret apartment. All she wanted to know, because I think the bell has finally opened up to Tisha to pay attention. How can you go to Africa now? You ready to take the family to Africa, and um to do this with the family and do that? You post one picture with one scenery. If I'm going to Africa, I'm going by myself. I'm going to take pictures of this. I'm going to take pictures of that. I'm going to take pictures of this. And I, I mean, you ain't go to Africa by your damn self. I just feel that. I just don't believe. And it's floating around who he do allegedly, I gotta say allegedly, that he do have this baby mama, because the picture is floating around who his baby mama is. Okay, it's floating around on the internet. All right.
the
So
drama. Ooh.
allegedly he made it with this woman.
Yeah,
Okay.
whole solo trip to Africa.
And Melody is doing a spinoff. So Melody is doing a spinoff, and the spinoff is going to be in Atlanta. Okay. So I don't think she can take the kids outside Atlanta. I'm not sure exactly how that going right now, but I don't think she can take the kids out of Huntsville without
Yeah,
permission or something like that. But the spinoff is she's still going to be a producer of the show, but they talks is that they may be bringing Coleslaw on with Martell. And I'm thinking allegedly Melody like I'm not filming with this woman, so they gonna give her a spinoff, of her branching off in Atlanta somewhere. That's hearing. So, we'll soon see how this gonna
yeah,
end. So let's get with Kimmy. Kimmy getting ready for their honeymoon that they never took. It's been 3 years to the date. But conversation come up about Tisha and her cousin making judgments on Tisha and Marsu marriage. Her own cousin talked about there's been some questions about infidelity. You know what I'm saying? To make her look at her marriage, allegedly. Also, Kimmy and Tiffany tried to make up, but do Storm brings up her past and she can't handle, and um like I said she haven't worked for this place for 5 years. This is what Kimmy is telling her husband. Tiffany made a comment that Stormy thought that she was being you know. So we already talked about that one. We got one more to go, and we're gonna be about two more to go. We'll be out of here. So the day come for the book signing,
Mm-hmm.
but Mel is not responding to none of Martell emails or calls for the kids' book signing
Mm-hmm.
because there are people looking to see the kids. You know, people were looking to see kids. People are looking for them to be there to sign the books because they are authors now and they are excited about that. So people that bought their children because they were supposed to read the book with their father because the picture has the three kids on it with their father. So I forgot what the title of the book is. Um she could have responded to the email, and they need to do, like I said, they need to do better co-parent. Melody packing to do packing due to two deaths in her family, and it's her week for the kids. So she felt like Martell should have planned the signing on his weekend. After the kids didn't show, two other children read the book with Martell. Martell was real hurt. I figured that they could it's sensitive on both subjects, on both ends. Had a death back to back um in her family, in her immediate family,
Yeah.
and she wanted it was it's her week with the kids. I do think that I'm not gonna say she was being selfish. I think that some things come up and you can reschedule it. You understand what I'm saying? Where okay, let them go. Don't take this moment from them. You know, this was a very important moment because I believe if he could have got you have to pay for this vendor.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I
yeah.
think if he could have got it for the week, if he could have got it for the week that he was supposed to get the kids, I truly believe he would have done that. I don't think it had nothing to do with controlling, and Melody can be controlling herself. She can be controlling herself. And, you know, their animosity toward each other, it's going to rub off on the kids. The kids are
Yeah.
tired of seeing them going back and forward.
Yeah.
And it's going to affect them. You can't, you either going to stay in it or stay out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, you know, this would have been a call where I would have let them go and enjoy that moment. What do you think? What are your final words?
Um. See, that one is difficult because I see where they both coming from. Like, yes, he wanted them to come to the book signing, but at the same time, if it wasn't his week and he knows where they are, they're not in a good space anyways. He probably should have checked for other dates. I'm certain that he could have found at least one during his weekend, But if they was on good terms and they was both being flexible and accommodating for the children, then you can schedule it whenever and you for certain know that they will come. But I mean, I understood that she couldn't make the accommodation. It's not really her job to make the accommodation. While it would have been nice for the kids to have been there, but he's got to do better with his planning if they're going to co-parent effectively.
Yeah, and she was packing, so um the she's driving, so the trip was going to take what 3 to 4 hours. So her mom did call, you know, to check on to see, make sure that they was going. But it's a sad situation either way you look at it.
Yeah.
Those are my final words, that they need to learn how to co-parent better. If she is in fact going to have her spinoff and she's going to be in be in Atlanta, then I wish her well. And I just think she just tired, period. And she got so much going on. I think they just need to learn how to co-parent better. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
Those are my final words. Y'all, this has been Love and Marriage Huntsville with my sister. We'll catch y'all next week on the next episode. And I'm gonna play my outro. And with that, I'll catch y'all on the next video. Have a good night. Bye bye.